All right, so one more time, the inspiration behind today's live stream is black marble. And the principles we discussed in white marble are pretty much the same here, but it's gonna look a little bit more different, and the technique is a little bit more different. So we draw a little patch, I call it a little patch, and a little cube, and then we jump right into our really dark marker. In my case it's going to be number 9, Copic. It's not Copic, it's Chart Park. And my friends, be very how to say, it's really important to check the ingredients of the markers, because for example Chart Parks, they contain xylol. It's a chemical element that can be really damaging for your health, especially for your lungs. So I do recommend you to open the windows like I did right now. I've just opened my window. Let some fresh go into your space, because otherwise your lungs can be affected by it. All right, so I will color the entire patch, and to make everything a little bit quicker and easier, I will outline my cube, and I'm gonna color it as well in the same way. I really love Chart Parks, even though they smell really terrible. I feel like they are such an alcohol-based markers. It's annoying, but I love their wide nib. It's one of the widest nib. Maybe Copic White can compete with them. You can see, right? So let me show it. So just compare. Copic White is definitely the winner, but among all other markers, Chart Parks are like the best. All right, then I will open my black marker, and I will do a little bit of like effect of glossiness. So I make diagonal lines. They are really irregular. Also, I want to show that my cube, it has some planes, so I will add some glossy effect here. Plus, I will add this glossiness right here. Okay, and you can see that instantly our cube becomes more 3D, like three-dimensional. And then we switch to our, what we'll need is actually white pen. So I have 3 of them. I don't know which one will work, because one of them is definitely dry, I remember. And then I'm gonna use my white pastel pencil. This one is from Caran d'Ache. I really love this brand, they're cool. But right before my live stream began, my white pastel pencil dropped onto the floor, and yes, I didn't manage to find this little thing that can make it sharp. So I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna draw with my white pencil like that. So what we will do is really cool. We make sure that if you use your white pencil, it's really sharp. We'll draw different lines. We'll begin with kind of a mid lines. By saying middle lines, I mean that your pressure on white pastel pencil is average, so you don't press too hard, you make it like average. And then you want to press really harder and make some lines thicker, a little bit thicker. So for example here I think 3 of them it's enough. And then what you want to do is to make some really tiny lines. You're almost not touching the paper, and here for this little tiny lines your black marker should be, your white pastel pencil should be really sharp. So you can see that they are very edgy, they are irregular, so you can imagine maybe branches of wood or something like that. And now let's check which one of my, so this white pastel pencil, white ink gel pen doesn't work. So oh yeah, this one is working, that's good. So white black marble, it has really such a versatile collection of lines, of white lines. Some of them are really sharp, some of them are more white sharp lines, some of them are more grayish colored. Plus I will make some imperfections here, like little, not scratches, but little white dots. So if you once again go to Pinterest and search for inspiration, you will find this black marble examples, reference photos, and you can refer to them, you can use them as your reference photo. So that's it for this little page, and now let's draw it right here. So here we have visible sorry it's really because of charge box. Let me make a quick sip of tea, because each time I open my chart box and I feel the awful smell, I feel that my nose is running and my throat is blocked. So here we have 3 different planes. So this is the first plane, this is the second one, and the third one, right? So lines here should look more flat, and here we can have we can make them a little bolder. So let's make them bold, nice and bold. You can, of course, you can make an intersection of lines, and make sure that lines which you create here on the edge, they kind of prolong and continue their storyline here on this side. The same is here. So for example, that's how you create this feeling that this is a cube in perspective. So let me close my window. So we are almost done to be through with the first part of this live stream. So some lines can be really sharp, and then you want to create all sorts of different thin lines. This is my favorite part, I love it. It looks so cool. Alright, so it's really like a meditation process. You started and you're enjoying it so much. But sometimes it's really hard to stop and you continue drawing and drawing and drawing all these lines. So let me stop here, because like I'm a maximalist, I believe. So it's really hard for me to stop sometimes. And finally we'll create this cool designer look. I will make it look bolder. The same is here. Industrial designers really love this trick with framing their drawings. And what I want to do here as well, so let me try to use regular pencil, I want to create some effect of glossiness. So you can see how unusually regular pencil works with black background. I really love it. So you can add a couple of lines here and there. And also maybe I will use my NG number 4 and put some lines on top. So something like that. Maybe I want to darken it a little bit here. So you can see these white lines, they are still visible, but they are much dimmer, right? So this is my cube. So I can't wait to see your drawings. Please make sure you use a hashtag of this challenge, which is texture challenge, then this little something, and then Olga Art 888. So use this hashtag and I'll check your drawings during this challenge. All right,